One of my previous videos, I asked the single ladies where we're going to meet men when finding them in the wild doesn't work and online dating doesn't work either. So I asked, what's option 3? Where are we going? What are we doing? And a lot of the men commented and said that single women should be going to Home Depot and typically male-dominated stores. So that's what I did, okay? Today, I went to Home Depot and I looked confused walking through the aisles, expecting to meet somebody or have somebody approach me. Do you know what I walked away with? Ribbon. So no man, nobody approached me. To the men out there, what else you got? What other suggestion do you have for me?
Women are getting so desperate now to a point they are hunting us down. They have lost all the power over us.
You'd be surprised how literally men that are 40 years old, they still don't know what they want. They're still not ready to commit.
I don't think it's about not knowing what they want and not ready to commit. I think it's that you're going to come to a crossroads and understand the pros and cons to a relationship or a marriage. And you have to weigh the options like, does it benefit me or does it not benefit?
Clearly doesn't benefit a bunch of them because they can get anyone they want anytime.
And it's not about that because that doesn't determine if they get women or don't get women.
What is it
You
about?
get what I'm saying? We're talking about strictly, is there a benefit to me getting married at all?
Do you think men think there's no benefit to being married?
A lot of them, it's actually worse if they get married. It's like a huge risk.
Why?
For the woman, she has the opportunity to get the kids automatically. She gets to have half of his earnings without having to earn what he earned or hustle what he hustled. They have the opportunity to be able to get alimony. They have the opportunity to own assets that they didn't work for. So what does this man benefit for if it doesn't work out? He actually loses.
Since we discovered women are pretty much useless to us and they used to hold back sex to exploit us, things are boiling down in ways they don't understand.
If she starts weaponizing her vagina with you, or she starts negotiating for sex, or making you compromise yourself for sex, or giving you a tit for a tat, the number one thing you need to do is weaponize your attention. Because your attention as a man is your currency. Women love attention more than they love sex. Like, have you ever seen a male prostitute? Very rarely. You don't see male prostitute. The reason why is because women value sex more than men. You know, women love attention and validation. And if you deprive her of your attention, that's how you can really affect her. And that's how you can really have, you know, negotiating power with women. Okay, so the biggest, I say this all the time, like your biggest power as a man is your power to walk away. If you can't walk away from a woman, you're fucked. It's like in negotiation. The people who can say no and walk away have the most power in the negotiating table. See what I mean? So with women, just as she starts weaponizing her vagina, start weaponizing your attention.
We now know this truth and we are walking away. We don't care about sex anymore and we are taking away our attention. They can't believe it.
I really thought if I had embraced my femininity that I would interact more with men who are more masculine. Because why am I still approaching men? Why am I still initiating interactions, conversations, connections? Why am I making plans? How come the man is not doing that? I thought the man was supposed to be doing that. What? I'm putting so much effort into embracing my femininity. I am talking a lot less, listening more. I am being vulnerable. I look so pretty. And for what? For me to be both the feminine and the masculine in the relationship? Hello? That's not how this is supposed to work. Where are the men? Where did they go? Why are... I'm so confused.
It's only after you are expired that you want to turn back into being feminine. It's too late for you. We moved past that stage years ago now.
I don't mean wants to women. I don't mean enjoys what women can offer to him. I mean, where are the men that actually like women? Like, look at women as a gender and think, wow, women have so much that they offer to the world. Like, I just don't think they exist. I really don't. And like, there used to be men who liked women, who appreciated what women brought to the world. And
We woke up and saw women for who they are, not who we wanted them to be. That's why nothing in them is interesting to us, including sex.
This is a question for the men. If you're not a man, keep scrolling. Okay, so men, why are we hating women? Why are we hating women? I feel like women are hating men and men are now hating women. They don't want to get married. They don't want to live with them. They, you know,
they just want to be single forever? Like, what's going on here? Are all you men into men now? Like, what's going on? I'm so confused. I feel like we're creating a divide here, folks. Can we come back together? I love men. And I want men to start loving women again. Like, I don't know. What do we need to do? Let me know, and I can try to get the congregation together, and we could try to move forward so we can all start loving each other again. I don't know. What am I missing? Can you please fill me in? I'm very, 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 very confused. Okay, thanks.
You are not missing anything. It's just that we don't care anymore about the only thing that you use to get attention and resources from us, sex. You are not attractive anymore to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. Great sex and the right lies will have you wasting many years of your life. If you look back over all the relationships that you've been in, and if you take a close evaluation of those relationships outside of sex and the lies that you received, what else did you get? Think about it.
Absolutely nothing. That is why we are boycotting marriages, hookup culture, and the transactional dating market. We are refocusing our energy on their personal growth.
Sometimes I forget, like, men really just want to fuck. If they lust for you, they'll really do anything to get it. Dudes are not nice to me just to be nice. I heard someone say that lust looks like love until it's time to sacrifice something. Yeah.
Reduce themselves to only offering sex. We had no choice but to take them for only sex. Otherwise, they are expensive liabilities.
All women today are basically prostitutes. Even if you're married, you're a prostitute. In a way, I don't think most women are into sex. They're into what sex can bring them, which is the money, all the fun trips, the surgeries, the makeup, the clothes, everything they can put on the gram. They're in it to satisfy your itch so they can get what they want. But in the end, they don't want to have it. They want to get the marriage bill, pop out the child so they can get the bag secured, and then they're retired.
They turn themselves into vehicles of pleasure for men to ride. But unfortunately, those vehicles are now old and they are too expensive, so we stopped paying for them.
Am I the only one that finds this kind of stuff insanely weird? Think about what the word chase means. When you chase something, it means it's eluding you. It's running away from you. When I was younger, we had a dog, and she would sometimes get outside, and we'd have to chase after her, and she kept running away from us. So we'd spend the time running after her and trying to catch her. Because she was very small and very fast, what we ended up figuring out as a family is that running after her and chasing her didn't work. You know what worked? We'd say, hey, come get your treat. And you know what? Most of the time, she would come and get the treat from us. And this is how it works with women, because women that want to be chased, they don't want to be caught. They're addicted to the feeling of being chased and pursued. Let me tell you something. Every man that does well with women eventually learns what my family did with the dog treat for our dog. You don't chase after women, you attract them in. And the dog treat equivalent is your mission, it's your physique, it's the way you carry yourself. From that place as a man, you can pursue cleanly with intention. And guess what? If the woman you're pursuing doesn't want you, you don't chase her. You know why? Because you have a mindset of abundance and you have plenty of options in your life. You move on to the next one.
Now we are better than that. We are not chasing and we don't want to attract. All we want is to focus on ourselves. After all, what is left to chase in leftover women?
Women feel more comfortable with insecure men because, let's just be honest, insecure men are just going to build up a woman more. Like, they're just going to lift a woman up just a little bit more than a confident man. So when a woman meets a confident, driven, calm man, she doesn't know how to approach him. She doesn't, because she's used to insecure men that don't know how to talk to her, men that are, trying to prove they're masculine.
Now that era is behind us, but most of these women still believe our attention and interest were endless. But now they are discovering a harsh truth. We don't care anymore.
When you say I don't chase women, my first initial thought is, well, then go find your man. You likely aren't making plans. You aren't initiating conversation. Your text messages are really dry. What are you doing? Are you wanting the woman to chase you? Because if that's the case, then you probably aren't even into women. You're probably into men. I just don't get it when men say things like this. You probably don't text first in the morning. You don't say good morning. You don't say good night. You don't check in. Like, You want to be single. That's what you should be. If you're not pursuing a woman, then you want to be a woman. Like, this is the problem with guys nowadays. They're so fucking feminine that they want the women to do their job. No.
Do you know why this woman is angry, even though it's our choice not to chase her? Because when we stop caring about sex, we don't need her anymore. That means her negotiating power ceases to exist.
We are fucked as a generation of women. Let me tell you what. Oh my God. So I am on the freeway, right? My freaking tire, my tire light comes on. I pull over at the gas station. My tire wall is busted out, right? I'm at a gas station. There's multiple men in work trucks, and I literally was like, can someone please help me change my tire? Like, I will pay you. All of them said no. Right. All of them said no.
That's okay.
This one man was like, do you need a jump off? I can do that. But you can't change a tire? I'm the most independent person, and this is probably the one thing that I've never had to do.
You're independent,
because I grew up in a family of men. So here's my life right now. I'm stressed. My boyfriend's on his way, but I was trying to get somebody who could do it quick because we live in LA and traffic is a fucking bitch. And I was crying. Like, I'm just a girl. What the hell? Literally, and all the men just kind of looked at me. One man was literally, his truck business said mechanic on it. And he was like, no, I can't.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Not helping them, we are not talking to them, and we are not giving them special treatment. We are taking all the power hack.
There's no real men anymore in this world, and let me tell you why. Every day after work, I'm like a server, right? Every day after work, I go to this gas station and I gamble. I gamble like $50, $100, who knows? That's my hobby, that's what I do, whatever. I go in there tonight to gamble, and I put money in a machine, and it took my 20, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna try one of the other ones. And remember, I go in here every night pretty much. So I get up and I go to another machine, and at the same time, this guy got up and was walking towards the cashier for some reason, and he said, don't go to that machine, I'm at that machine. I was like, I'm not gonna go to your machine, don't worry. And so I go over there, I see a phone on one machine, so I go to one where there's nothing in front of it. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? That's my machine. I said, which one is your machine? The one with the phone? And he's like, all of them are. I don't even know why the fuck you're in here. And I look at the cashier like, excuse me, nothing. Didn't say a freaking word. So of course I stood up for myself because, whatever, I go in there every freaking night, and you're gonna let a man there's like 12 machines, okay? You're gonna sit here and let him have them all? First of all, you can't do that. Come on, that's just freaking manners, okay? And the fact that he didn't say, hey, calm down, whatever, just nothing. He just let him freaking disrespect me. He didn't say a freaking word. I can't, men aren't men anymore. The fact that he was disrespecting me was just on a whole other level. And then the fact that the cashier didn't say a freaking word to him, nothing. I was going in there every night gambling $50 to $100, and now I will never go in there ever again. So, I don't know, that's that. But I'm just glad, because I know my man, he's short of a lot of things. I'm not saying he's perfect. He's not perfect at all. He has a lot of flaws. But I'll tell you one thing. He would never, ever let a man disrespect me in public. Ever. He would. I don't care if the guy was 12 feet taller than him. He don't care. He would stand up for me. That's one thing I can say about my man. And he pumps my gas.
This is the result of our movement. Such women have no control over us. They think just because they are female, they will get away with everything. I also doubt that woman has a man.
Men always talking about they looking for a woman that be their peace. Be my peace. I'm a Leo. Ain't nothing peaceful about me. Nothing. This is a whole ass parade, okay? Like, this is a New Year's Eve party in this bitch. If you want something peaceful, go get you another bitch.
This leftover wham will soon offer her body to us, and this that it will cover for the chaos she brings to our lives. That is why she will end up depressed when she finds the truth.
If your woman is mean all the time, if she's just a bitch, if she's just one of them girls that's never happy, she wants to complain about everything, she never stops, forget about the reasoning behind it. Just leave her. right? That type of woman will never be happy, no matter what you do. If she is always angry and she's always snapping and she's never positive, she's always a drag and she's always putting you down, let her go, right? She's psychologically messed up and you can't fix her. Tell her to go see a therapist, but move on, y'all. Move on.
We judge women by character and peace, not just their appearance. Unfortunately, most of them lack both. That's why we are ditching them and moving on.
A woman cannot give you peace. A woman, in order for her to even come close to giving you peace, you have to bring some tension into your relationship, some conflict, a little bit of drama here and there. I know we all want peace. However, most women can't give you that peace. You know where you're going to get peace from? Yourself. That's where you get peace from. You're not going to get peace from anybody but yourself. This is the mistake all of you guys make, is you basically live for the relationship. If your relationship isn't okay, you are not okay. However, when your relationship is okay, suddenly you're okay too. And guess what? That's not okay, because these are the things that kill attraction, kill desire with your girl. And you will notice she will slowly start to distance herself from you, just emotionally, mentally, even physically, right? She might not do all those like crazy things you like that she does physically anymore. It's because now you have just become too weak in this sense. And this is a mistake that so many guys make. There's really no excuse for it anymore these days, by the way, guys. There's no excuse for it because there's so much of this knowledge out here.
We are finding the peace within ourselves. We are choosing peaceful life over sex and chaos and accusations. Somehow women can't process that.
If you are a woman who have the tendency to nitpick, you always got to point out insignificant details. These are indications that you are insecure and argumentative. You always gotta be right. You can't let it go. Woo. That is a toxic cocktail. So I'm wondering, like, if you're like this towards women, especially women you don't even know, I can imagine how you are with a man in your personal life. So fellas, if you really want to know the type of woman that you have, observe how she interacts with other women. Fellas, be aware of the type of woman you are getting involved with. I mean, don't you already have enough stress at the workplace? Do you really want to come home to it too?
We have completely refused to tolerate drama, high maintenance expectations, or poor communication at all costs. If the cost of that is lack of sex, we are happy to have none.
There are women who are mad at their man right now because they saw somebody else's husband on social media laying out the roses and rose petals, the bottle of champagne. They don't know that the woman is the one who set it up and she just pretended that it was him.
These leftover women will never see this kind of power over us again. If you are a man, you should join us and be willing to walk away from any situation that threatens our baseline stability. Share this video with a man and give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe and activate the notifications bell to stay updated. Thank you for